There we go. If that's not a proper opening to day 4, I don't know what is. Corsair DreamLeague Season 9, otherwise known as the Shiver Show. I have been blessed to be welcoming interesting, entertaining guests all week already, and today is going to be no different. And today we have 2 series of Dota 2, 2 elimination matches, but all these teams are already in the top 4, so they got that covered. But yeah, I would say let's start in with a guest. First up, my co-host, bring in Flax.
Opening that door is mission impossible, Sheaves. I tell you.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Hey, old friends.
Hey, oh yeah. So that door, yeah, I'm surprised it's still standing.
It's an achievement, an engineering achievement of sorts. Make the worst door possible, and they've done it.
What was your favorite walk-on song this week? Mission Impossible.
It was pretty good. I liked it more than the epic sax one.
Yeah.
Because that without a saxophone, that's not really quite the same. But the Mission Impossible one was good. Yeah. Do
you have any other interesting walk-on music that you would like to hear? You're gonna be walking. I'm hoping you won't fall sick tonight. So you'll be able to walk on again tomorrow.
I mean, I have one more walk-on, so I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta give Thomas a challenge.
Something really old. That would be appropriate, wouldn't it?
If you say so.
Yeah.
If you feel like that fits you best, I won't judge.
Yeah,
it's been a fun couple of days.
It has, yeah. Obviously, I missed out on one day, but I still watched the games in my hotel room. I thought yesterday we had some good games, a little lopsided. Yeah. But I think these should be some good games. I really am looking forward to this one in particular. I think is a good test for Fnatic. Yeah. But we'll come to the games in a bit anyway. Yeah, I've been enjoying myself.
Yeah, and the people that are going to join us on the couch have been hopefully enjoying themselves as well. Thomas, play him in.
Woo! Oof.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice Zephyr shirt. I never got one.
It's nice.
I'm devastated.
You never got one?
No, I'm just a member of Zephyr's CSGO squad.
Oh, really?
Me, Bambo, who else was in it?
But you don't have a t-shirt to show for it, so nobody's going to believe you.
No, exactly. Yeah. Were you in Zephyr, Chode? The CSGO you weren't? Okay. Oh. So Fog is saving his voice because he's feeling peaky.
Aww.
Like most of the lads around here. Cap is very sick. Cap just messaged us saying, so we'll take him to the doctor. So he's sick as well.
And immune system.
They've been sick. They turned up sick and they're still sick. It's pretty bad.
And immune system. Actually true. And Fog cannot defend himself.
No, he can't.
I can.
Oh.
I can.
I can. That's very deep voice. All right. So we have a lot of things to talk about today. And first order of business is TI.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. We're talking about the TI tickets. And that is a topic that it should be here. But it's not happening.
There it is.
There it is. There you go. Yeah, we have the technology.
It's a magic trick.
It's a magic trick. And TI tickets, they're gone.
They're sold out.
Is that
a surprise to anybody?
Yeah, there's always comments like, whoa, they're sold out. Wow, what a shocker,
really?
Honestly.
The biggest Dota event of the year, sold out.
But it was fastest again.
It was fastest.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
30 seconds?
I don't know about that. I mean,
like
it's
that?
always like
30 seconds?
Yeah,
it was something very,
like
very quick.
How many of them were bought by one dude? That's what I want to know.
I mean, you can already buy them. Oh,
yes.
You can. I mean, sure, there's gonna be people that there's scammers out there. They sell them on eBay and everything. But make sure that if you do go down that route, don't buy TA7 tickets. Yeah, TA7 was last.
That's the rip-off. Just be very, very careful.
I mean, yeah, but
in any situation like this, you're always going to have people trying to scam.
Oh yeah.
Don't be Owen.
Be careful, guys.
I mean,
did you get ripped off? Did you?
No,
I could imagine it though. I could imagine it. But yeah, don't get ripped off for goodness' sake. We want everyone that wants to go to be able to go. I'm sure. So.
I have a question regarding TA tickets. You
have I've got some cracking tickets in my boot.
I've got some.
You were one of those people.
Yeah, you want some?
VIP tickets. There was a year where it was done at random.
What,
everybody could buy VIP tickets.
Right.
Or could buy normal tickets, and then there was a raffle on those tickets about who got VIP.
I just assumed they paid more. I assumed they'd paid more.
No, it was back when they used to have the tickets, didn't you, where you bought them like in-game. Like
it would be in-game thing.
Yeah, which I thought was good.
TI3, wasn't it?
TI3, it was in-game.
But the TI4, they changed it to normal ticket.
I'm trying to think, for TI4, the VIPs came in, were in the hotel watching the games in the same area we were.
Yes, but then you can buy...
Oh, you're right. That was definitely 3. Yeah.
No, that was TI4.
Wait, where you had the people actually going to... Like, they got to go to the Valve studios as well.
I'm pretty sure that was 4.
Oh, yeah, that was 4, because that's when they had the player cards.
Yeah,
and there was a lot of people.
And TI5 was when the raffle was there for people that wanted VIP.
Oh, that was TI5, was it?
That was TI5.
Okay.
You know what this TI is?
8?
In our next topic, it is TI8.
Yeah.
And there is a new theme. We have got the subterranean theme, or otherwise known as the underground. The corridors, the caves.
Caverns.
Secrets.
Yeah. There was someone on Reddit pointed out last year, aquatic theme, Liquid One.
Yep.
This year, subterranean can also kind of mean secretive and underground and everything. And some people are saying that would make secret the notional favorites. However, that does fly in the whole east-west sort of thing that we've got going. I personally think, I don't know how you guys think, but I can't look beyond like 3 or 4 Western teams for being champions this year. I mean, other than Newbie, who could it be? Who could it be from
VGJ Thunder?
Vici, yeah, I was thinking
you think they could win it?
One of the two
Chinese
Vicis.
teams?
They're on the rise.
The Vicis are on the rise.
They've
still got a long way to go, I think, to be TI winners.
Right.
They're definitely...
Well, they've got about 5 months.
I was going to say, it's a good thing, because they don't want to peak too early. I think VP is peaking too early.
Well, I mean,
they're also pretty damn good, though.
They were also pretty damn good. This is true.
I'm pretty sure VP is still going to be. I don't see this VP squad even though you say that's 5 months away.
Okay.
I can guarantee that they're going to.
You remember TI5? There was a secret squad that won every single tournament they went to before TI, like back to back, and then they came to TI, nosedive. So you can't really say that you think that they're... I mean, you can't say that you think they're going to do well.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know how much of that is peaking early and how much is just underperforming at the big event. I mean, that does happen. We see a lot of teams do that. OG are a prime example of that. Yeah. Where they've crushed it in the majors and then it comes to TI and they've underperformed. I think teams put a lot of pressure on themselves, understandably, which makes mistakes. People fall out. Team chemistry goes out the window sometimes. Things don't go well in the group stages and everything. Who knows? Like that's all it takes. You can be on form. It doesn't take much to knock you.
There's
you look at any time, any team in any sport, they're flying. They lose one game and suddenly it's all downhill. And you think, what went wrong?
I mean, TI is like the most stressful.
So stressful.
So stressful, yeah.
It's just so much money, and it makes the rest of the years irrelevant.
It's everybody's watching.
It's a bit different now, I guess, because there's so many $1 million matches. But still,
it's so long.
It is.
That's the thing is too. It's like you have to endure it. It's a lot of perseverance it takes there to actually like be able to make. Like you said, you go through group stages. Maybe some things go wrong. You lose to a team like. That you're just like these guys are not good. You lose to them, and then everything just falls apart. So
and it's not 1 year that you think is wasted at that point. It's like your entire esports career might be the pinnacle. That might be the moment right there. Exactly. And you missed it. Because years not making.
And because it is a year, obviously, to the next one. It's that whole feeling as a player. It's like, well, am I actually going to be physically able to perform at the same skill level? Am I not just going to deteriorate? What's there to say that I'm going to get better?
Also, if you mess up in a major, if your team doesn't do well, it might well stick together and everything like that. Yeah. But if it underperforms at a TI,
you're not.
Roster changes at Wazoo,
the drama.
Teams breaking, big drama. So
that's what everyone always waits for. Everyone's always just like
post TI. They're like
post TI.
I mean, that's the time to make. That's the time if you're an organisation or anything, you want to get involved in Dota 2. That's the prime time. Even to pick up all these broken players, put them together.
Even if you're not invited to TI, as most of these players, you go to TI just so you get the fiend.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, anyone that's playing Dota 2 at a high level, they want to make sure they're at TI.
Yeah, you always see them there hanging, loitering, talking,
putting together a group of guys. We get a team going.
You just follow Bulba. Is actually.
But because that begins so early already. The first teams are knocked out. There's talks.
Oh yeah, you have new teams being made at TI before before the main event even kicks off.
No,
during the group stage,
GG.
It's like thinking, who do I want to play with next? That's when it starts. Something that happened at previous TI was new heroes, so I'm kind of curious if we're going to see Mole Man incoming. But last time we had Dark Willow and Pangolier being announced, and they are playable, and one of them is in Captain's mode. And that is Dark Willow. 2 weeks ago, we had Dark Willow entering Captain's mode.
Yeah.
what are we thinking? Well, like evaluating her performances, she has been strong. We've also talked to some pro players that didn't have the time yet to put in the effort to make her work. We talked to GH yesterday. He says you need at least 100 games on a hero to be able to fully see her potential.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that's because this edition just came out so much out of nowhere. Like, no pro player is going to be wasting time playing 100 Dark Willow games before that announcement was made. Sure, now you want to get straight on the Dark Willow.
They probably thought, she's nowhere.
Yeah, we still got some
You're not going to expect to come in. So, I mean, sure, there obviously were some pro players that were trying it, playing it, but they weren't. You know, it was not their primary focus.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of untapped potential in the hero. I think yesterday we got a view of like that speciality, like in particular with that fissure play. The fissure, they get terrorized and trapped. It's like these type of plays.
I think the terrorized dream coil
or that, right? It's like so scary. Like, just gotta get him trapped in there, and there's definitely potential.
It's a hero with 2 ultimates, so it's always going to be, I think, right now something that people are going to have to look at, and I think the hero is extremely strong.
Yeah.
And then Pangolier and Techies, are we going to see them in captain's mode?
I think if they've added Dark Willow, I don't see why you couldn't expect Pangolier to definitely be added before TI. Like,
I think
before TI.
It needs to be changed a bit, though. I think, like...
Well, I would have said Dark Willow. I would have thought out of the 2, Dark Willow would have been the one that would have brought more problems.
Well, for me, like, everyone looks and they're like, oh, Rolling Thunder, like, the ulti's super strong, Swashbuckler, like, the hero's really hard to kill if it's offlaning. But it's also, for me, is like the passive. That passive late game, you're a hero. Let's say you're Terrorblade with 40 armor. It procs on you. You are set to 0 no matter what. Like the hero has a massive ceiling.
And also I think the shield crash as well. Like the fact that it scales up. What you hit 4 heroes, you get like 80% damage reduction. Is that?
It's absurd. And it's full damage reduction. It's not like
just
physical. It's not magical.
You just ain't taking damage, and the duration is pretty close to the cooldown, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gets pretty.
It's a bit nutty.
The talents are also absurd.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see a couple of reworks or a couple fixes before that hero gets released.
For that same reason, I mean, we're looking at all those things. Very good reasons for why Pango's not in. Why do you think Techies isn't in? Do you think Techies is OP?
Because Valve detests the hero. I think Valve detests the hero.
I think to be fair, the reason why Techies is in is just because I'm pretty sure if you ask any of the pro players, none of them wants them in. And I do think Valve do respect what the players want. So the fact that you've got no pro player that would say, yeah, add Techies to the game.
He just changed.
Maybe you got some sort of crazy ones, but I'm sure the majority of pro players are quite happy playing Dota 2 without Techies being in the pool.
It's a concept that's totally different than anything else, right? You're kind of like this constructor. You're building things. Which, who else really builds?
When can you build towers?
Yeah, like what's the next hero? It's going to be some like engineer guy that he's like, all right, he can repair your towers fully and buff them up and make them stronger and like.
No, we kind of have that.
Sounds like heroes. That sounds like heroes.
Treant and Ogre.
Treant and Ogre.
But that combine, like right, like I don't know, you just like build an extra tower. Oh, your tower's dead. Let me just build another one.
I had an idea for a hero that builds little walls that the creeps have to break down before they can get to the tower, like defensive walls and stuff.
I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Sorry.
Then you pull Roche out and then you build a wall so you can't go back in. Yeah, you know, real cool.
All right, guys. I mean, we could talk about new heroes ideas for the whole day if we wanted to, but unfortunately we can't. We do have something else that we have to talk about. We celebrated Weppus' birthday yesterday. Weppus is one of the duos, Griffin Weppus, one of the duo of observers that DreamHack has been using forever. And we figured we'd give them a little video.
My role as an observer would be assisting the commentators, helping them and the viewers get a better experience. They are trying to build a storyline. I'm trying to help them build that storyline, making it easier for them to commentate and do their job, basically. Our relationship with the casters is usually pretty good, especially the veteran casters. We've been around for a while, both me and Wepas. When Owen came on, he was like starting out in the scene, so ever since he came to DreamLeague, I've basically known him. Funny guy, he's a Brit, he's cheeky.
They improve the broadcast by making sure that the right things are shown. Sometimes helping like idiots like me if I start going a bit off the course, start talking about the wrong things.
Sometimes we try and show them stuff that we missed, but we don't want to like make them look bad or stupid in a way, so it's a fine balance. Sometimes you like hover over items with your mouse cursor, but you don't want to make it like too obvious or anything like that. So it's a balance, I think.
I feel like they're like just perfect compliments to us. They make us look better. We make them look better at times. I mean, for me mostly, especially in game. I mean, it's always fun being able to work with them. For
me, the best part about being an observer is that you get emotionally invested in the games. You try your best because it's for everyone watching the stream or the community in general, I guess. You try and do a really good job for everyone involved. That's probably the best thing for me.
They really are some of Dota 2's treasures, aren't they?
They're lovely guys. I've known them for a very long time, and they're just very, very nice guys. I'm glad that they're finding success because they're the go-to ops guys for me, and a lot of other organizations agree. So I see them at events all the time, and I love to see them doing well because I remember when they were just starting out, and they worked very, very hard to get here. Make no mistake, they listened and they practiced and they trained and they listened to every bit of feedback, and they really did it. So congratulations.
And they have to listen to us.
Yep, all the time.
That's taxing.
That's the real hard work.
And they prevent us from watching Owen's camera work as well.
Exactly. I mean,
very,
imagine if
very valuable.
Imagine if we had to roll back to the days when the commentators did the camera work.
There was so much the difference between the play-by-play casters and their camera work.
Yeah,
was massive.
It just lets you focus on your own work, right? I think it's the observers are so damn important.
Yeah.
Like when you have if you Owen making his own camera, you'll hear completely different casting coming out of him too. So,
this is true. This is true. Speaking of casters, it's time for you to stand up. Before I send you off, by the way, that was a cue for for you sending you off. Before I send you off, I do want to give a massive shout out to Corsair, because without them, they're our title sponsor. It wouldn't be possible for us to sit here. It wouldn't be possible for me to have my own desk. So thank you, the Shiva Show. Thanks you. There you go.
Is that it? We're sending them? Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is the future of wireless. This is the next generation of performance.
Set.
No limits.
Go.
Unplug and play. Wireless gaming technology from Corsair.
And don't worry, we made sure that that Owen and Fogged are gone.
Yeah, we got rid of them.
So we got rid of them. They're gonna get prepared because we are gonna have some hype Dota here today, Ted.
Absolutely, Cheeb. So I'm looking forward to it. This is definitely a game that I think as we get towards this end of the tournament, it always gets a little bit more interesting.
Yes.
It's nice to learn to see how the teams are doing and all the rest of it, but I think there are I'm not going to say question marks about Newbie. You know, we know they're a wonderful team. A few question marks about Fnatic, but we also know that they have the potential to be a good team. Let's put them together into the cauldron that is Dota.
Yes, please. And we want to talk about the match. But we want to do that with 3 people total, not with 2 people. I mean, I love talking to you, Ted, but we can't have an empty couch.
Let's get someone in here.
So, Thomas, play him in. Nice one. I think you made it right, by the way. Pink Panther. Actually, in all the Pink Panther movies, Pink Panther doesn't talk, does he?
Is it on?
Thomas, does Pink Panther talk?
Now talk.
Okay, am I good?
What did they took a picture of me touching your backside.
I mean,
is that your real focus?
Nice. Oh, he's touching his bum. Quick, take a picture.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Sell that to some sort of esports site.
All right. Pigeon, welcome back.
Hello. Well, good to be back.
Yeah, and we have got a juicy match for you.
Oh, yes, we have.
We really do.
I'd say, not to take credit away from any team, but Fnatic's matches have been the most, I'd say, the closest ones, back and forth, very visceral. So it's really great to get to sit here and watch another one of them.
I think it's good to be a Fnatic fan because you're always going to get exciting matches. Sometimes, obviously, they don't really work in your favor, but you always get exciting matches.
I think, that's the life of an Envy fan, really.
Yeah.
Cloud9 fans are the same, Fnatic fans are the same. It's like you're riding the razor's edge.
Yep.
You know, sometimes it's like amazing and you're like, oh my god, Envy's incredible. And
but that's the way to do it, I think.
It's exciting. It makes it fun, keeps you on your toes. I mean, if you watch some of these players, they're like machines. Like you watch GH, you know he's going to be GH every game. But Envy, you're like, is he going to be God Envy or is he going to be like, it's like 50-50. But I like, it does keep you on your
It does.
But I think he is definitely improving as a player.
Oh, for sure. I would agree with that. We can quickly look at the brackets and see how Fnatic got to where they are here today. Yesterday, they were able to beat Empire, but in the start of the tournament, they did drop to OG. To Liquid, that is. the semi-finals of the winners bracket. As for Newbie, they dropped to Team Secret yesterday. So that is how they got to be here today. And they are in the lower bracket finals. And the winner of this will go up against Fnatic. That is the lower bracket finals. This is the lower bracket semi-finals. There's a word for relegation. I don't know. 2 series. They're in the lower bracket. At the end of the day, we'll know who is going to face Team Secret in the grand finals. That's all you need to know as far as today goes. And by the way, we are going to start this series off real well with a player portrait of Pylai Dai.
Like, I actually went to DreamHack, the tournament in, I think it was 2009. Like, I quit Dota 1 right after. I played in the Dota 1 tournament. I think I lost to Kuroki, actually. Like, it's been part of my life for a long time. So in that way, it's cool. Like, the teams I played in, we always lose versus Newbie. I'm just thinking of it. I don't know how many times I played them, but it feels like I always lose. Like, we just need to get our drafts like solid. Like, now I think we're starting to get an idea, but I thought that before we played versus Liquid 2, but then like it slipped. We're still working on the synergy in Fnatic, but I think we're getting there. Like, we're finding our roles more and more, like what we're supposed to do. You need ideas that everyone believes in. Like, everyone has to pull in the same way. The best is like when like someone suggests a hero, right, then everyone agrees, or like everyone's like, oh yeah, of course, that hero. So like, you just need to be on the same page. I think our team is pretty strong right now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. We want to be one of these top teams. We want to be, like, if we play VP, you know, if we play Liquid, it's like it should be a 50-50. And like, if we get to that point, then I'm satisfied. That means we can win anything.
Yeah, the only Swede still here in the top 4. As we are in Sweden, of course, at the moment. Pylai Dai has been in the scene forever. Apparently, Kuroki made him quit Dota 1. Losing to Kuro 2009 and the DreamHack was enough to put him off of that for a bit.
I think it's interesting he says that they always lose to Newbie.
Yeah.
I mean, most teams do. So I think that's a poor measure. Like, they're a very strong team. I think they should be... I mean, we were talking the other day about Pi. I think he's got a huge amount of experience. I wonder if, since he's a natural 5 player, if he could be a captain for a team. I think it would be interesting whether he feels that he's vocal enough or not. I know Envy said that was his mistake in some of the games already. Was it Envy felt he wasn't vocal enough and forceful enough. And I think if you look at the captains that really command their teams, they're forceful. They say, nope, we back, and everybody backs. So I think it's a combination of respect and also just being loud.
Yeah.
So Pi might be too mild-mannered, but he's such a nice guy.
You know who's mild-mannered?
Go on.
KP. He's mild-mannered.
He is a mild-mannered.
We caught up with him before the match.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, I am here with KP once again from Newbie. KP, looking towards your game today, do you think it's going to be a close one, or do you feel that you guys have quite the upper hand against Fnatic?
It'll be close.
And in terms of just the game as a whole at the moment, Newbie as a team, are you enjoying where the current meta is? Do you think this is a meta that we are going to continue to see Newbie succeeding?
Yeah, I like it a lot because there's not like one really imba hero like previous patches, like sniper patch, like whatever. But this patch, I feel like there's not like one hero that's like really, really strong. So I think it's good.
Awesome. Thank you very much, KP, and good luck with your match today.
Yeah, KP has been a solid performance in the offline for a very long time now, Pigeon.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. He's a well-known figure. I mean, he's a great playmaker. He's one of those people, I think I've talked to a lot of people whenever they talk about newbies, like not discredit anyone else. They look to KP to make those big plays, open up the fights a lot. You know, Mugi, every series I've watched, he's more kind of selfless carry, if it makes sense. He'll kind of create a lot of space, and then they'll say, KP, come on, let's build that big team fight. Let's get in there. You set me up, and we'll bounce back later. I mean, Newbie as a whole, you know, fantastic to watch. Like, we always talk about how they're always covering each other. It's kind of like, you know, no man left behind sort of thing, which is always great to watch.
Yeah. Another offlaner that we got to talk to before the match is Universe.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, I'm here with Universe, of course, from Team Fnatic. Uni, looking forward to your series today against Newbie. How confident do you feel in this matchup?
I feel pretty okay. I guess not super confident, but still, like, we have a good shot at winning. we haven't played newbie yet with this roster, so it's hard to say.
And talking about your current roster, it certainly seems as of late that as a team you guys are really getting it all together. It looks like you're on the up and up. Do you see this roster continue to just do amazing things, and do you think you guys can take this Dream League Season 9?
Oh, I'd say it's possible. You know, we're a little bit inconsistent. You know, we have ups and downs, obviously. Everyone can see that. But I think when we're on our game, we're very tough to beat.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Universe, and good luck with your series today against Newbie.
Great trumpet in the background there.
Little trumpet.
Well.
Yeah, I think maybe the interview should be accompanied by a trumpet.
Huh?
Right next to his face.
Or just sit them down there and say, can you play any instruments, guys? And just like try and ask.
There is actually a lot of Dota players that can play instruments.
Really?
I've heard Secret wouldn't mind jamming. Well, I don't think they would because they're going to be playing in the final, so they're going to be focused.
I'm pretty sure Puppy plays a guitar.
I think Fata plays an instrument. Fata plays an instrument as well. Something like that. But yeah. Would be fun, but won't have that for now. By the way, I think today we're going to set a new trend.
Okay.
Yes, our MVP votes presented by Hacks.
Oh God.
This time, you guys are actually going to vote for the MVP of the game.
I mean, actually, they have to. They have to.
You have to.
You must, because we're just going to ignore your top vote otherwise. So.
We will. We actually will, because.
What does your heart tell you, Twitch chat?
I mean, we've reached our tolerance point. You guys have been taking us around circles already.
What does your heart tell you? Do the right thing.
Like, what was that? Our highest scoring one was a troll vote, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just saying. What
guys,
does your heart tell you, Twitch chat?
Like, have a heart.
Don't disappoint us. We have high hopes for you guys.
Hopefully, no coaches in front of the cameras sort of swaying the vote.
This is true too. Some of the players have been rigging these votes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
It's naughty.
And if they try to do it, you know, don't be fooled, you guys.
Yeah,
You're smarter than that.
Have some respect.
Yeah, you know who's also smart? Captains. Captains are drafting. Drafting is happening.